Hey, how's it going? David from Comic Book Investments. So, I just did an auction, spent about $6,000, and so yeah, let's go through them all. Got a bunch of good ones here. Uh, yeah, so that was fun. Yeah, so let's check them out. If you like this kind of stuff, please think about subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, if you have subscribed, thank you. And so yeah, let's look at them. All right, so let's jump right into it. I love this book. This cover is very cool. Fantastic Four 25. First, they say it's like the first battle of the Hulk and the Thing. And I always say, well, what about 12? I'm like, well, that's when they met. And I'm like, if you read number 12, they battle. One punch or one thing thrown is a battle. They didn't meet, they didn't shake hands. So, I don't know, when they say this is their first battle. No, I disagree. Disagree wholeheartedly. Then we got Hulk number 4. These old Hulks are really hard to find in nice shape. Let me see if I can back this up so you can see the whole thing. Yeah, they're really hard to find in nice shape. Their print run was a lot lower than other books in this range. Now, dude, this is nice. It's probably grade in the 9.0 range. First appearance of Captain Marvel, who ended up giving his powers to Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers. This book is extremely popular and getting more popular because he's going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy number 3. First full appearance of him, which is also Adam Warlock. So it'll be interesting. Interesting to see how they do this video. This book is extremely hard to get without the missing pinup. There's a pinup of Jean Grey, Marvel Girl, in towards the back. It seems like every kid back then cut that one out and put it on their wall. But yeah, so this is a nice high grade. Another X-Men. This is in a very high grade too. Probably come back like around an 8.0 or so. Yeah, so I didn't get like a ton in this auction, but they're all really nice, really high grades. This one is probably going to be in the 9 to 9.2 range. First Taskmaster, who's also going to be in the Black Widow movie coming up. It's been a year. It's supposed to be released a year ago, so I think it's coming out in a month or two. Not entirely sure. This is nice. This will come back in the 8.0 range. First appearance of Carol Danvers. And yeah, I'm not taking them out. I'm giving them like a rough grade range. I haven't really even gone through them, but I'm going to do that later. Actually go through them and figure out the exact grade that they are. I'm just kind of giving a rough grade unless you want to watch me sit here and open each one and count the pages and then grade them and look for restoration and all that kind of stuff. I figure that'd be a very boring video and take way too long. So World's Finest 52. This is older World's Finest. During this time, I think from the 1950s to the 1955, I believe, if I'm correct, yeah. Those are actually really hard to find, the DCs, because that's when superheroes are going out of style. And that's when all is more popular to have like romance and monster and sci-fi stuff. That's what Marvel's doing with all their monster stuff. And so superheroes are really going out of style. And they also had comic book burnings. Think how crazy that is. It's back in the day. Moms, it was something. Moms would get all the kids' comic books and burn them. They had book burnings of comic books. And so these really suffered a lot just during those two times. So, and their quality of paper or something was not as good. A lot of them were always brittle. So to get like an older, from like the 50s to 55, like DC, they're actually pretty rare and higher grade. This is a cool cover. I like all these like old horror covers. And these are the reasons why parents burned. Let's see if I can get this a little better. see it a little better now. Parents burned because they didn't want their kids reading scary, violent comic books that were made for kids. And that's the reason why we have the comics code. Let's see if I can find one with the comics code on it. I'm sure there is one. Yeah, so if you look up here, can you see that little comics code? Comics Code Authority. There's another one with it on it. Up here at the top. They created that because, I don't know, because they thought things were too violent. But then in 70s and 80s, the comics code started fading away. And if you look here, there is no comics code. They got rid of it because they realized kids can handle it. They're not going to go and murder someone just because they see it on the cover. Vampirella #1. This will come back probably like a 7-ish, right around there. And then finally, the last one. I love this cover. It's amazing. The Black Adam #1 variant. This will be continuing going up. The Rock is playing. It looks like The Rock, honestly. The Rock is playing Black Adam. And I just read an article saying something like normally they pad actors' suits to make them look more buff. The Rock has 0 padding on his suit, but he's a machine. He's as a tank. He's also a very nice guy from what I've read and seen. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a few books, but they're all pretty expensive, high-end, high-grade stuff. So yeah, so that cost me about $6,000 on all those things. So what do you think? Do you think it worked out for me? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. And a lot of people ask me if these are for sale. Yes, they'll eventually be for sale after I get some of these graded and go through them and stuff. And always I have the link to my website down below, collectorscomics.com. I also have my music. If you ever want to check out my music stuff, I have it down there. I have YouTube, Spotify, all that stuff if you want to see what my music sounds like. And I'm working on an album right now. I'm still going in the Jason Mraz's studio. It's his house, and he's doing a record at the same time I'm doing an album, and so I have to wait. So we did a couple days last weekend, and now I still have to do some vocals, but Jason Mraz is doing vocals right now, so I can't go in when he's there. So yeah. All right. Thanks.